And this is Stefan.
And welcome to Living Simply in Mexico.
So today we're going to talk about urban hiking and checking out some, I guess, back streets of Puerto Vallarta?
Well, they're areas that we've done a lot of exploration up in El Cerro and in El Centro and Cinco de Diciembre, and of course Romantic Zone. But we haven't gone back so much into the El Caloso, Alta Vista, kind of in that direction.
Remance and Benito Juarez.
Yeah, so we decided, hey, let's go and do some urban hiking there. I mean, the weather has actually been fantastic. All right, today I am leading the pack. We are going to do a little bit of urban hiking. Where are we going, Stefan?
I think we're kind of going the wrong direction now, but was it El Caloso a little bit?
Yeah, we are going opposite direction, but we're going to go via the Iguana Bridge.
And we've got compadres with us, or I don't know, they're not padres.
Yes, yes, we've got. We do have a personal paparazzi back there. That's Marilyn, and then we have Sally Ann, who will birth any kittens that are around.
Kittens, really?
Kittens, dog. Gizmo, Francis, Bobby, and Chunky Monkey. Once again. She'll if there's something that needs to be fixed along the way, she's our resident MacGyver.
The last one was a toad with ticks.
Ooh.
Okay, that is gonna make the edit.
So now let's talk about the Iguana Bridge.
All right. Well, this let's kind of see here. This bridge, we're hoping we can kind of revive a bit. There is a current group that's trying to kind of get a little bit of life back on here. These poor lights don't work anymore because of the wiring.
Obviously the bridge needs some cleaning and they'll be doing a lot of that work. So I've got a Facebook group down below here that you can take a look at. As in the previous episode, you can be a member of that group to see what activities are going on to clean the bridge and really beautify the entire area. Not only the bridge, but the Isla Quale.
All right, and FYI, there is a Friday market that's here. Once again, this little green space we're really hoping kind of comes back to life. And come over, and he's closed today because it's Sunday, but come over to Las Brazzas. Really tasty mojitos if you want to have a little something in the middle of the day over here by the Cultural Center. We actually did a little meetup there. So hi, for those of you that made it to the meetup. It was really fun just to kind of get a hold of you guys, or not get a hold, but to actually talk to you guys in person, not just in comments. And we actually met down there because it was kind of a cool place to hang.
If you'd like to meet up with us or be active, join the Facebook group. That's also down below. And we're going to be doing more of that because it's really about engagement. We're not looking at large following, but just engaging people in the Puerto Vallarta area. So thanks for all that showed up. That was really, really cool.
So brand spanking new mural over here by the suspension bridge. Which, by the way, that's how you get over to the Romantic Zone. But yeah,
Looks like an apple in his eye, but I think it's more like a lima bean.
the lima bean in his eye.
Once we walked through the Isla Quale and we got on the other side into the Romantic Zone, we followed back east to get to El Caloso. They're not only building the bridge that was washed out, but they're also doing a lot of work related to sewer lines, making those a little bit better, hopefully, as well as putting in new water lines that are coming through because there's so much construction going on. There's been a big problem just in Puerto Vallarta in general with water capacity, and they're doing that while the water is low and there's no water running through the river.
I mean, really, they are going for hours and hours and hours right now in the rivers. And I think, and it's kind of crazy, just the difference between the progress of everything and how things have changed in the river and the bridge in just 2 weeks from like the last time we did a video to now is huge. Okay, more brand new street art. Beautiful mural. Iguana fighting.
So Sally Ann, tell us about iguanas.
A lot of people feel they were lost in the storm of Nora because a lot of the big trees were lost and washed down the river, and that's where they slept.
Ah.
So,
But they're coming back now, it seems.
well, you're beginning to see more, so we know they must have been able to find their way to the shore and come back.
Cool.
So it's good.
Yeah, cool. You still have iguanas.
See?
Do take a look up in the trees when you're walking around because you never know what you may find.
Yeah, we had some rumble in the jungle going on there when we were eating at a new restaurant. Well, it's not a new restaurant; it's a place that we've eaten before. Balam. Really chill place. You've got full-on wildlife going on here. Our egrets in the trees.
And what you don't know in the video is there's fire out here. They're gonna cook some fish later on and it smells so good. So what do we got there?
This is called their seafood casserole.
Seafood casserole? Nice.
And it is fish and squid and octopus and shrimp and rice
stuff, huh?
and plantains and beautiful.
Nice. And they just got the ceviche going on here.
Mm-hmm.
Shrimp ceviche?
Mm-hmm.
Very good. Very good. And then we've got the fish tacos a la plancha over here. And me. Oh, so sad. Oh, yeah, here it comes. Thank you. Gracias. We've got the fish tacos here. Copiados.
And Rumble in the Jungle up here.
I'm not sure I really want them to fall off me.
When people are looking at really, non-touristy places to eat, this is one of those places. And so highly recommend going there. It's like way on the back end of Emiliano Zapata, or the romantic zone, next to the Rio Quale. That was yummy, huh?
Yeah. Meanwhile, Merlin's still obsessed with the red snapper over there.
Yes.
We're waiting for our plantains for dessert, which should be delicious.
Plantains with some caramelized stuff on top.
He did some nice natural ones, and then some that are as Marilyn says, the naughty ones with a little.
It's condensed milk condensed down into almost very close to a caramelization of the cream.
Gotcha. Yummy.
Yeah. Looks a little different in the dry season, doesn't it?
Yeah, huh?
Than after a hurricane.
We finally got over the bridge to El Caloso with our crew, and it's a great place to walk around, and we did find some really cool spots.
Yeah, I mean, once again, there's interesting street art to be still found. Kind of falls in the category of very creative ways to disguise your electric box. This is pretty awesome. There are restaurants that you're not expecting that are actually really highly rated restaurants, and we, admittedly have not been there yet. There's two of them, Lafina and de Cortés. All right,
this is a small place that's supposed to be really good. You need to have a reservation.
We have yet to come here. They're closed today. It's Sunday, of course, but it's super tiny, but just be really, really fantastic.
And El Caloso.
Yes. All right, so this is another place that also very highly rated, closed today, but in El Caloso. So
You'd never know it was here if you look around the
you
community.
wouldn't know. And the thing is that the reason why we haven't been there is because you've got to make reservations because they're super tiny. But if you go and you look on any of the ratings, they're 5 stars.
Yes.
Yeah, so everybody raves about them. So that's on the to-do list to get over there and do it. But it's just nice to kind of see exactly where they're at in the neighborhood.
Exactly. And if you do make it to those restaurants before we do, let us know about them. We'd love to hear what we should order when we do go. And so we're pretty excited and looking forward to that.
Okay, one thing in Caloso, the speed bumps are crazy. All right, this one actually looks a little bit more normal, but you usually have to go at them at a 45-degree angle. Otherwise, you're going to lose your muffler. Sorry, little baby. Okay, yeah, in Caloso, the street names all have space-related themes. So, Casa Asteroides, I think. Go on our ledge. I don't know. What do you think about something like that for a ledge? Big frog.
There is a place between here and Gooseria that has
I kinda like the froggies.
flower pots that are all in shape.
Nice frog.
That is a very old pot.
After walking around El Coloso for quite a bit, going up and down the streets, and I think we probably crossed over some other colonias we don't know. They're so
There's a
very
lot of them
close
that
together.
are. Yeah, there's another one we were driving by it today, and I was like, oh, I thought I was on Caloso. So yeah, there's a lot of little mini neighborhoods.
So we crossed the bridge heading towards the romantic zone, and then took a left after we went over the Rio Quale, and then we walked up that direction, and that was actually quite cool.
What was cool is sort of walking along the river there, you got a sense of, I think what drew people to Puerto Vallarta back in the 60s, and that was the river has a life. The river is, you know, people are living in it. They are washing their clothes. They are floating in there. There was people that were down having a picnic, like on the river bed, like they had the full-on plastic table and umbrella put up. And, you know, and so I think that river really does represent life. And so even though it can have some fury certain times of the year, it still is a central part of what Puerto Vallarta is.
Yeah.
And so I think seeing that from this perspective, where we really got the sense of like the locals using the river, I think that was really neat. Okay, here is a vasectomy clinic. Well, it's definitely. Walking along, and then we saw the can crushing operation. And here's recycling program. They take their cans and throw them in the street and have cars run over them. Which is basically you're chucking the cans underneath cars and they're running over them, and then you're getting these really nice flat cans. So that was kind of over in this neighborhood. But anyways, as we're kind of walking along this neighborhood, there was, once again, things that we found that were unexpected. Well, first of all, actually, we'll kind of back up a little bit. The Red Cabbage Restaurant, which I didn't even know existed. I knew it existed. I'd heard of it. I didn't know that's where it was. So there it was. Okay, as we walk up here, this is a place we hear about too, Red Cabbage. So we have not eaten here. I think I had heard people say, oh, it's a little shady neighborhood to be walking. And I'm like, no, it's not. This is like literally the adjacent neighborhoods. It was fine. All right. The Colonia Benito Juarez. I saw these beautiful bougainvilleas, and then I see this painting. I'm like, wait, that's the same artist. That's like literally almost the same exact painting as what's on Café des Artistes. And we're walking by it, and this guy like opens the door, and he's like, "Oh, come in."
Did you check this?
Yeah, yeah.
With
This is
with your cell phone?
yeah. So tell me about this place.
Okay. Well, we are 4 weeks old.
Okay.
So it's brand new.
Wow.
Very cool.
So let me give you a quick explanation. This is the main plaza, as I like to call it, and we're still working on it. That building is going to be a restaurant.
Oh, cool.
This corner is going to be a bar. So the idea of this plaza is having more tables and chairs and have a good drink, have a good snack, and having a good time. That building over there is the gift shop. That building in front of us contains the most important paintings. The first floor is the oldest artist.
Well, the one thing about us is when someone opens a door, they say walk in. It may be wrong, but we typically walk in.
Well, and I mean, and it was kind of hard not to. You could see that there was a courtyard, and we walked in, and there was you know swimming pool that had was painted, and they have plans, I think, to be able to build a restaurant and a bar here in the next couple months. And he's like, in the meantime, just come bring your drinks and come and hang out.
So feel free to walk around and to take pictures, videos, or whatever. And if you have any questions, just let me know. My name is Lalo.
What, Lalo? Yeah, great.
So this is a new place for several months. Did you have a place
For 4 weeks.
4 weeks.
But we went until he sort of said, yes, the gallery is sort of inside this building, 2-3 floors. And we're like, okay, we're thinking we're going to see, some little small art things.
It was
No,
full
it
on.
was Manuel Lepe
Manuel
art.
Lepe, yeah,
and
like original art. And it was really cool.
Like a lot of the like well-known artists. Well, I love what happens when you stumble upon.
Amazing, huh? Look at the Manuel Lepe art. Original.
Oh my gosh. We basically stumbled upon the Manuel Lepe Museum. Oh, this is so amazing. All right, this is totally a must stop. Wow.
Who knew this was in here? Who really knew, right?
What's interesting about this piece here is when you look at this, not from a camera, but just in person, it looks very different. You don't see the outline of a woman like you do here. And so it was like, wow, I've never actually seen so much of the original of some of these artists like right here. And it was just like, I'm like, how are people knowing about this? So it is brand new.
Yeah.
So we'll make sure, once again, we put a link to it.
I want to say one thing about this, why people should come here. What would it be? What's the pitch?
Well, you know, the goal here is to preserve all these local artists that they came here or they were born here, and you know, they decided to create art. So we have people like Manuel Lepe or Inchauregi, and the important thing is people who is from Vallarta, from Puerto Vallarta, or lives here, because you're gonna find some foreigner artists up there, but they live here. If it's not in Vallarta, it's in San Pancho or Sayulita, but they decide to create art here, and that's something that we are thankful for.
This is beautiful. I can't wait to see this expand. I'm so glad we stumbled upon this. This is
Always walk in
gorgeous.
the open door.
Yes, yes. They've got, if you go there, they've got a little box for donations. So throw your donation in
Right.
there and help support them.
And they're going to have a restaurant, I believe, but for now, for the time being, as of this video, you can bring your own food in there, and they just want to see the activity going back into their.
I think, yeah,
their
just getting the word
Yeah,
out. So
exactly.
I'm like, hey, anytime you can have more art, that's got to be a good thing.
Yeah, do check it out. So after we got done with the Arte Vallarta Museum, we walked back into the romantic zone.
All right, we're back downtown. Quite the treehouse.
That is. We're over by the market, the mercado over at Emiliano Zapata. So maybe you get some onions, baby carrots, or baby. Whatever you get, whatever you need at the markets. But that is
For the day,
that is just so awesome.
adorable.
All right, say this again.
Okay, so this is one of my very first favorite taco stands that me and Phil found when we come. These young ladies have created a co-op. I'm not sure, somebody helped them, but I don't know who, many years ago. And they now own this and they work for themselves and they have done quite well. There's a lot of women supporting themselves and their families from this taco stand.
Very, very cool.
We really enjoyed our walk. And once again, it was just nice seeing some of the restaurants that I want to mention. Bonito Kitchen, which
Yes.
was lost in the hurricane. Her second location, which that was the building that collapsed with the bridge. She's now opened over there, kind of in that. It's still in the romantic zone, but once again, it's over by the tunnel, so
Yep.
it's that direction. So we passed by it.
We tried to get to a seat there, but they're booked up. They're hopping.
so
A great place.
We're really happy to see, some of these really well-known establishments that are, able to kind of get back up on their feet and thrive again. I encourage you guys to walk around, and like I said, if you see us, and we saw more of you guys this week,
Yeah.
just walking around. Once again, say hello, and then in the meantime, you can like, comment, subscribe.
Absolutely.
And we look forward to being able to bring you guys more of just what PV has to offer.
Yeah, and do check out our Facebook page. What we notice is the audience is kind of weird. We started this with chronicling just for ourselves, but the group of people that we've got together is tremendous, and it's very focused on Puerto Vallarta. And what's been great is to have people either wanting to come here or here that we can engage. And so we absolutely love it. So check out the Facebook group because we'll be doing things on there periodically now throughout the summer and next year. And so we'd love to catch up at some point.
Yeah, it's nice to know that it's not just it's not just this wall, this electronic wall. When you make a comment, like, we're listening, we're talking to you, you know, we're on here to, once again, to engage. So it really was great to be able to put some faces to names. So yeah, looking forward to seeing that growing community.
All right, great. And I hear some activity back there. Maybe we'll get water after this.
Maybe we'll have water pressure.
Exactly.
We'll see.
All right,
you
take
guys.
care, everybody.
Bye.
What you doing here on the corner?
We're on the corner here. We're just going to walk a little ways over there to the vasectomy clinic, and then we're going to hang a left.
Hang a left, is that it?
Left at the vasectomy clinic.
Great.
Repeat the story. I said it was a coyote. A coyote.
Hello. Hello, hello, hello. 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 Hello, hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello, hello.
They put creatures in your ear.
Where'd my glasses go? Did you take them?